So we're at 12 South Yoga over in the 12 South District, and we're standing in front of a very special wall to me. This is when I broke my back. About a year afterwards, I hadn't been doing any kind of exercise or yoga afterwards. I was in tremendous pain. I came here, and the teacher at the time brought me to this wall and showed me a few very simple things that really led me to a place where I was out of chronic pain. It was very much the beginning of me recovering from my broken back. So we're going to work on something, again, very simple, very deceptively simple, but very, very effective for those of you who have problems with your lower back in particular. I'm going to ask Sandy to turn around. Take her hands up. Now you can see that her toes are turned out a little bit. This is very common, right? We're a little bit tight in the hips and toes want to turn out. I'm going to ask her to get her feet parallel, outer edges of the feet to be even. And in fact, she's going to try to roll her inner knees and inner thighs slightly back. Now when that happens, the butt wants to go with it. She wants to fight against that. Keep rolling the inner thighs in as the tops of the buttocks go down. And you can see what happens is there's a little bit more room that happens in the lumbar spine. She's going to keep reaching the chest up, crawling up the wall like Spider-Man, as she creates more and more space in that lumbar spine. And then when she comes out, she just pushes off the wall, releases, and up. So some of the subtle instructions in a lot of these yoga poses can be a little bit difficult to grasp. One of them is this rolling of the inner thighs back in order to help protect that lower back. When we're in class, we ask our students to take a block between the thighs. And the first instruction I give is to roll the block forwards. And what happens, the inner thighs roll forward, and then there's constriction because you feel a little tightness that happens in the back, right? What happens when you roll the block forward is the lower back gets more constricted. To do the opposite, she wants to push the block back. Yes, rolling the inner thighs back to help the block roll back. And then from there, for a moment, take your hands to your waist, Sandy. The challenge, the gravy, the best part of this pose, of this action, is when you take the buttocks flesh down as you roll the inner thighs back. These two things seemingly work apart against each other. The inner thighs are rolling back and the buttock flesh pushing down creates space in the lower back. So now we're going to incorporate the block into the upward hand pose. So Sandy's going to take her hands to the wall as she did before. She strongly rolls the block away from the wall and strongly takes the tops of the buttock flesh down. And from here, you can see a little more flatness that happens in this lumbar spine, a little more room. And then when she comes out, she just relaxes the hips a little bit to carefully come out of the pose.